I've just finished my first year of university, so I have time to make videos again. And I thought I've never shown you my room properly here, so that's what I'm going to do today, while I just generally talk about university stuff. So I'm at Cambridge doing computer science, in case you didn't know. I've just finished my first year here. This is now May week, the end of exams in third term. Today specifically is known as Suicide Sunday. This is the day everybody drinks themselves to death. In fact, I heard it was called Suicide Sunday because people celebrate that they didn't commit suicide, which would be understandable at Cambridge. I'll start by showing you my desk. Now, as I said, this is the end of the year, so I've put most of my work in this folder here. It's the middle of May week. It's a bit messy. No, that's a lie. It's as messy as always. So I have random papers here. This is some maths lecture notes, some money. I'm at Queen's College. This is a little leaflet thing we got. This is quite funny actually. This is trying to tell us that we should donate to the college, I guess, when we leave. A gift of £30 per month for 4 years from 200 alumni will fund a college fellow. That's ridiculous. They then go on to say that by 2023, to sustain current operations, they need another £45 million. We then get my laptop, my speakers, which you've seen before, Mighty Mouse, and I have 2 hard drives. One is hidden behind the curtain. Along with a router. There's a router over there as well. Moving over to the windowsill, random DVD drive here. One of my lecturers wrote ML for the working programmer. I didn't really read this. This was a waste of money. It's going to be too bright outside, but they are building, well, they put a huge tent up over the lawn out there because they're preparing for the May Ball. So Cambridge May Balls held in June. They're a very traditional thing in Cambridge. All the colleges have a May Ball. Not every year. Queen's, for example, has one every 2 years. And they're a pretty big event. So I bought a ticket for this May Ball. The ticket was £160 for the night. And that was a non-dining ticket. I could have bought a dining ticket for £210. The dress code is white tie. Now, I'm going to guess that most of you have never worn white tie in your life. Neither have I. I've hired white tie. It's in my cupboard there. And that was £80 to hire for the day. They spent the last few days building stuff for the May Ball outside, all around the college, all around Cambridge in fact, for all of the college's May Balls. So far they've covered all of the grass in tents. They've got some fairground rides at the other side of the river, because Queen's is spread over the river. Queen's has the mathematical bridge, which if you ever come to Cambridge and you go punting, which is the thing on the river where someone stands on the back with a stick and pushes you along, they will tell you a lot of rubbish about the mathematical bridge. It's not really called the mathematical bridge. It's actually just called the wooden bridge because it's a bridge made of wood. It has nothing to do with Newton and screws and whatever rubbish punters will come up with. So Queen's has a bridge already. It's had a bridge for hundreds and hundreds of years. And just for the May Ball, they decided to build a new bridge next to the mathematical bridge. So that's where all of our money is going. They announced who is playing a few days ago. We already knew about Bastille. Moving on, I have my old projector here. I brought that with me so we can watch movies in my room, and it's pretty cool. I have shelves next to my bed. Basically, it's just boring stuff. But people usually don't understand how much work we get at Cambridge. I tell them and they don't believe me. And I'm just going to try to give you some idea. This is my probability notes, one of the courses. If I take the lecture notes, random slide. So we need to basically memorize a lot of this information. So we need to memorize the image set and the parameter is p and the constraints on that, the probability density function, along with the mean and variance and the derivations for those to reproduce in an exam. So that was 1 out of 105 slides, so you can imagine how much there is to memorize altogether. Probability makes 1 out of 11 computer science courses this year, and computer science makes up 50% of the year because we also do maths and science. I did physics as well. We also get 12 or 13 hours of lectures a week. We get about 5 to 6 hours of supervisions a week. We get a few hours of practicals every week. We had a 4-hour physics practical every other week. We had a 2-hour hardware practical every other week. And we had a 2-hour software practical every week. And in first term we had MATLAB practicals as well. So inside this cupboard I have a lot of cables on this shelf, not worth seeing. Loads of random work on here and loads of crisps next to them. On this shelf I have a ton of crackers. These are from the computer science dinner. So every year Queen's has a Comski dinner which is sponsored by like Google and big companies like that, so they've got a big budget. We got so much wine, they spent like £1,000 on wine for the 60 people that went to it. They also bought loads of crackers and there were loads left over and they were going to throw them away, so I took them all. So I have now a shelf of crackers. So this is where we've been living all year. Next year I'll be in a different room in another part of college. So I'm only going to be here for a few more days. Now I'm going to start packing everything up.